All right, got another question and some more answers for you Sunset High School students. And here we go. How do you get your parents to understand that you really are trying hard at school and in life, but this year has just been a lot more difficult because of the pandemic? Very good question. In fact, this question is one that's very difficult because everyone during the pandemic is having a difficult time. So if you have parents that are really pushing you got to be just as good as you were last year as you are this year, it's because they're getting a lot of pressure in their lives to be just as good as they were last year, this year as well. So I talked to a lot of parents, you guys, and a lot of parents are equally as stressed about their life changing. And if you didn't know this, adults don't like change even as much as teenagers don't like change. In fact, in a lot of ways, they don't like it even more, because you may have heard of this saying, it's hard to teach an old dog new tricks. Well, guess what? The parents, they're the old dogs. You guys are the puppies. You guys can learn new tricks just like that, meaning teenagers are actually better equipped to change and become more evolved during this past year with everything that's expected of them than adults are. I'm not saying that you're evolving faster and you're handling this well. I'm just saying you have the capability to. So when parents are coming at their teenagers right now, expecting them to be at this high level, getting A's or getting really good grades, keeping their room clean and all these things, it's because they want something that they feel they have influence over and control, because a lot of their things in their life are out of control. So I'll break it down for you. All the parents that I've been talking to, not all of them, but a lot of them have had to work from home. And if they haven't worked from home, that means that they have an essential job. And if they have an essential job, that means they have a lot of stress because the job is very needed, obviously, hence the word essential. Might want to put the definition right there. So in this situation, parents, it's like they're the manager and their boss is coming down on them. And so they're getting in trouble. So they're looking at you, the lower employee, and they're coming down on you. So you're feeling the stress of their boss, them, and you. Now, if your parents own their own business, it's still the same. Even though they're the boss, they have expectations from their customers, from whatever it is that they do, that they have to make money. And that stress has gone up. If their job is essential, it's gone up even a lot as well. Because if it's an essential job, it really means that they have pressure to move at a faster pace. I was talking to a parent that she is a manager of a grocery store. Now, she's got great job security, but the pressure to keep the shelves stocked was causing her to lose her mind. Stuff was going in and out. Problems were happening at the store, and she was coming home and she was taking that stress out on her daughter. She wants her daughter to go to the school called Stanford. I don't know if you've ever heard about Stanford before, but they don't take C's or B's. You got to get really good grades. And up until this year, the daughter looked like she had a legitimate shot to go to Stanford. But during this past year, the daughter hasn't even been getting out of her pajamas a lot of the time. Now, in her defense, the daughter's still doing a really good job, but the mom did not lower the expectations. So I had to tell the mom, listen, mom, you have to have realistic expectations of your daughter in this situation. She said, well, she said all the things that she could still do. I said, if you had to change the expectations of your employees because of the pandemic? She said, well, yeah. I said, are your employees stressed because you're stressed? She said, well, yeah. I said, well, your daughter's feeling the same way. So what I did was I told the daughter this very important little step. I told the daughter, before I even talked to this mom about this conversation, to Google a phrase. And the daughter said, sure. In fact, I told her to look it up on Urban Dictionary. I said, Google hustle culture. And the girl goes, oh, I know what hustle culture is. I said, you do? She said, yeah. She goes, my mom listens to all these influencers on social media and on YouTube, and they're always talking about rise and grind, do this, do that. And her mom's boss was all about hustle culture. The food doesn't stock itself on the shelves. Go, 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 go. She said, my mom is doing this to me, and I'm stressing out, and I'm thinking I got to be perfect and everything. I said, okay, well, since you already know what it means, we're going to do something to help your mom. You're going to be part of the solution instead of part of the problem. You see, the daughter was getting very upset at the mom for always coming hard on her about her grades. And she was already getting really good grades anyways. But like I said, not as good as last year. So the daughter flipped it around. What she did was she said, Mom, I don't blame you for being mad at me. Mom, you're right. I'm not getting as good of grades as I'm capable of getting. Mom, this hurts me to hear you say this. Mom, As much as I want to argue with you, in fact, the old version of me last year, I would have argued with you and given you a bunch of excuses and told you why my grades were lower. But instead, I'm going to tell you you're right, and I would really like your help. The mom looked at her, and her exact response was, what do you mean help you? I'm already helping you. I'm giving you everything you need. I bought you a new laptop. We got great Wi-Fi. I'm giving you everything that you need. The daughter said, no, I need your help coming up with a better plan. Because one thing I haven't done is I've been so concerned about myself and stressed out about my grades. I haven't been helping you with all the things to help you with your stress. Yes, the daughter, instead of getting upset with the mom, she used the Jedi mind trick of, let me help you help me. So how this works is, instead of getting frustrated with her mom, she told her mom, listen, you're right. I have not been doing what I'm capable of doing. Now, she didn't tell her mom that she's intentionally trying to get, a B plus. Granted, this girl was an A plus student originally. But she did tell her mom that her mom had a good point. And instead of getting into it with her mom by telling her mom she had a good point, she was being agreeable. So when you're agreeable with someone, it's very hard for the person to argue with you. The mom saw that she was not being confrontational and instead she was being agreeable, so the mom calmed down a little bit. The mom then heard the daughter say, every Sunday, we should start off our week by talking about what we have to do that next week. And when we come up with all the things that we have to do, I'm going to look at some of the things and I'm going to say, Mom, here's some things you could help me out with. Mom, what are some things I could help you out with? The mom was very surprised and taken back that the daughter's answer to her getting mad at her was saying, let's come up with a plan to help each other better. Now, the mom had already tried to do these weekly plans, but because she was so burned out in this situation, she's a single mom. She looked at her daughter, and not only did she calm down, she started to realize that her daughter was being very mature and acting like an adult. Her anger towards the daughter calmed down, and she actually apologized to her. She said, well, I'm not mad at you, and I don't think you're a horrible person. I know how much you want to go to Stanford. I know how much this means to you. And when I see you get frustrated because you're not getting good grades, then I get angry, and I feel like I'm not doing enough, and I feel like I'm just supposed to come down hard on you because that's what my dad or my parents would have done to me. And so I guess you're right, sweetheart. Let's work together on this. Being partners with your parents allows you the opportunity to work together as a team. But if it's a parent talking down to their child, it's kind of like a manager yelling at a lower level employee. It doesn't help the stress. There's better ways to handle this. So the first step is to be agreeable with your parent. Let them know you see where they're coming from, you don't blame them for feeling that way, and go along with what they're saying, because it's hard to have an argument with someone who's being agreeable. Being agreeable is a very pacifying technique that helps someone that's emotional calm down. Once your parent calms down, they'll see their own hypocrisy. They'll see that you're actually working with them, that you're not wanting to fight with them. If you have a parent that's all about that hustle culture life, puts a lot of pressure on you, then you become all about that hustle culture life, which is work hard at any expense, even if it's at the expense of your own sanity, your sleep, and your own mental and emotional well-being. Someone's got to pump the brakes. Someone's got to say time out. Yes, hustling and working hard is great, but you got to rest and reload so that you can go after another day and another week. Coming up with a plan with your parent shows that you want to be a manager and you want to be a partner with them instead of being a lower level employee and them being the boss that just barks down orders down to you. Once your parent sees that you're all in and you want to work with them instead of against them, every parent I've ever talked to about this, even if they struggle for a little bit, they eventually submit and succumb to the reality that you're not fighting them. You're willing to work with them. Usually when that happens, the parent goes, you're right. Maybe we don't need to do all that. Maybe we could maybe if you just help me out this week on this one thing. And you as a teenager say, Mom, I give you permission to give me a reminder. Can you text me in the morning and help me out with this? If you're giving someone permission to help you, it doesn't feel as much of criticism It doesn't feel like they're coming down on you because you've given them the opportunity and told them that you want them to help you out with that specific thing. So for all you people out there trying to get your parents to have a realistic expectation, to see that the quarantine and the pandemic is making it really difficult for you to perform at a higher level, even if you're trying really hard, use these techniques, be agreeable, work with them to come up with a plan so that they can see you as a partner, and this is going to change the way that they talk to you, and especially it's going to make it so that there's not any need for arguments because, like I said, you can't argue with someone who's being agreeable. Hey guys, thanks for checking out my video, and if you liked it and it gave you some interesting ideas about how to deal with the drama in your life, like, subscribe, share, you know what to do. And if you want to raise your hand to ask the teacher a question, simply put your question in the comment box. Thanks for watching, Mr. Cos.